Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from skiessentials.com. Welcome to our 2023 ski test. Today we're going to talk about the Black Crow's Orb. This is a really cool ski. I think it's fair to say that this ski kind of influenced or started what has become more like a whole line of skis from Black Crows. Now we have skis like the Serpo and the Justice, and those definitely follow a similar recipe and theme to this Orb. But the Orb was kind of the ski that started it all, and still really valuable, really beneficial ski to have on the market in general. I like to think about this ski as kind of Black Crow's take on a strong, versatile all-mountain ski. So it's 88 underfoot. That puts it up against some kind of heavy-hitting existing skis like the Kendo 88, Enforcer 88. I could keep going. Brahma 88. All those skis have kind of carved a solid, significant spot for themselves in the industry. But the Orb, the Orb is no slouch, and the Orb is right there in that same conversation for strong all-mountain skis. So, talking about what's inside this ski, we get a poplar wood core, we get fiberglass, sandwich construction, pretty straightforward build. What's unique about it is we get this H-shaped metal. So we have two layers of H-shaped metal in this ski. It's very, very evident when you have it in your hand. It might not come through quite as well on camera, but you really can see that metal. Full width underfoot, so from one hand to the other, and then as you get into the forebody and the aft section of the ski, it's just along the edges. So if you think about skis like the Kendo, it's actually quite similar to how the metal is used in the Kendo. There are some differences too. For instance, one of the differences is that metal ends right here rather than wrapping around the full tip. So that does change the ski a little bit. Looking at weight, in my hand, I can tell that this is not intended to be a lightweight ski. It's intended to be strong, but it still impressively comes in just right around 1,700 grams. So although it's, not the lightest ski in the world, it's certainly not the heaviest ski either. And if you compared it next to some other skis in that category, you'd find that the Orb is a little bit lighter. And that it's a good way to segue to its shape too, because I also think it's very fair to say that the Orb has a little bit more playfulness built into it. So it's going to be hard for you guys to see the rocker camber profile of this ski, but there is something to say about the amount of rise in the ski. It's not like jutting off the table here, but tip rocker does start about there. So if you were to compare it to some other skis, 88 to 90 underfoot with metal, I think you'd find that the Orb has a little bit more of a versatile shape. So that comes through in its performance for sure. Starting with groomers, it is a very strong ski. You get that metal all the way along the edges. So if you're at a high edge angle, making a powerful, strong carving turn, the ski is going to stay smooth and quiet, really good vibration damping, really good torsional stiffness too. It's going to hold an edge really well for you. But you can also take it into moguls and it's not going to feel locked into a turn shape. You're not fighting it to get it and to kind of slip and smear through moguls. The ski does that quite well. So that really makes it a very highly versatile all-mountain ski. I will say that because of that metal, it gives the ski a pretty stiff flex pattern. So although it's pretty versatile, you can take it just about anywhere. You can ski wide range of snow conditions, all that kind of stuff. I do think it's probably best for at least an advanced skier, advanced expert level skier. Black Crow's has plenty of other skis. They've got the Vertus. They have skis like the Cactus. Those skis are very versatile all-mountain skis as well. They're just a little more forgiving. They're a little easier to ski. If you want a little bit more playfulness or just more ease of use, that might be something to consider. Not that this is tremendously demanding, but I think it's at least worth mentioning is that it's a It's a fairly stiff ski. It's got metal. So generally skis like that are best suited for somebody with pretty good existing technique and somebody who's relatively athletic. So really fun. I think it's awesome when we have, I guess Black Crows is pretty well known at this point, but I still think it's fair to say lesser known brands with really good skis in a popular category. And I think that's a great way to describe this orb. So let us know if you have any questions about it. Super fun ski. Happy to chat more about it. And we'll see you all out there on the hill.